What's up, everybody? It's your boy ShowtimeDr. I'm doing this video. I got some requests for clarification on the new system that is coming probably within a week, I would guess, maybe 2 weeks. The outfit system, clothing system, extra skin system, whatever you want to call it, that was announced in the developer note, where essentially they said that not only will they be cosmetic costumes, but they will have stats or different abilities that will be loaded into the costumes on that character. So you might end up with a character with a completely different skill set. And the first costume that they showed was Rue, a schoolgirl outfit, from what I could tell. But maybe it's they called it cleaning attendant. So I don't know. Japanese has like different what would you say? Different definitions for things versus me here in the American culture, etc. But anyways, okay. So I'm going to go into this topic is going to be and feel free add comments of your own, guys. What do you think about this? And maybe come in the Discord and chat about it. There's been a lot of chatter in the Discord about it. I will go over the potential positives and negatives from this system as I see it and what I am scared of. So first we'll go over the positives. Cosmetically, clearly characters, people like to see characters in different outfits. It's been a thing in mobile games and games in general since, you know, even freaking Nintendo back in the day. I remember Metroid, the original Metroid, you beat the game with Samus, then you could play it again without her regular suit on, and most of us at the time, we didn't know that Samus was a girl the first playthrough. Which is funny, but and then it was like, oh my god, that's amazing. Well, fast forward to now, most gacha games have different outfit systems. The potential benefits, though, besides the cosmetic, the new skill sets, it'll be interesting and varied to see, because eventually you'll be able to look at, depending on how many outfits they put out for a character, and they'll be like, oh, okay, that's tradesman Amon or whatever the hell, and he's got this skill set, or that's so and so Tayo, he's got this skill set. That's so and so Karen, she's got this skill set. So it opens up some variety in the game, which is probably what this game needs a little bit more of. Other potential things that could be cool. I'm not sure if they're going to go all the way with this, but when you give a character different skills, there's the potential for them to fill different roles, but I wonder if they are going to go as far as, say, taking Karen, and now you give her, I don't know, what kind of outfit could you think of for her? Health and fitness Karen, she's a biker girl now or something. Are they going to change her from support to attack, or support to tank, or what have you? I'm not sure, but that could be potentially interesting, because then, we'll have the potential to have two different versions of the character. And so maybe you run a DPS Christian, but you also run the support Christian, so you actually end up building two different Christians. And so there's going to be some replayability there for those of us that, when you get the Advent heroes and you start skilling them up, and okay, well, there's almost no reason to run the Advent dungeon anymore unless you just want fodders. Well, that'll give it another reason there. You can get another Christian, you could have different Christian types. I've already thought about it in the sense of you could have a PvP version of a unit and a PvE version of a unit. But that's kind of unrealistic for most of us that play this game right now. Maybe eventually when we've been playing it for a couple months and we got nothing better to do. Hopefully it won't reach that point. So there's some potential there, and then another good thing is it would be easier for Netmarble and Mobirian to put in hard counters to characters that so specifically, as you might have seen in one of my other videos, the preview video for the newer heroes that are coming, there's a hard counter to Rue coming out, and that's great. But then the issue is, if that character ends up being too OP, well, where's the hard counter for that character? And maybe there already is one in the game. We'll just have to see how it shapes out. There probably is, because if I remember correctly, that is a dark character. There's plenty of hard-hitting light characters in this game. So that should be an issue. But it'll be easier for Netmarble to hopefully balance things between like we got OP character A, OP character B. Okay, well, let's release another character. Well, they gotta do that on a certain schedule. But if you say, oh, well, we can already get this one hero, we'll get him this outfit, and then that's a potential counter. And then hopefully there'll be counters for that hero as well. Because the thing that always sucks is when you have those 1 or 2 or 3 characters that are so hard to counter for, especially someone coming into the game that's only been playing the game a couple weeks. But even long-time players, that's when it gets really frustrating. So right now, probably the hero that's in most need of a counter is Eamon, who is he's a light tank with passive evade and passive resolve that goes off once a battle. And he's super strong, he has like super strong abilities. So the hardest counter to him right now, there's not really much there because you can't dispel his buff. And there's not a mechanic in the game yet that has anti-resolve with the exception of poison slash reduce healing effect. So, but the odds of you putting those up before the resolve procs in PvP are pretty low. And as you can see, if you go to... what's a good way to show this? Let me just go to Arena. So start looking at Arena, you know. Number 1 team, Eamon, leader. Eamon's on the number 2 team. Eamon's on the number 3 team. Look at all those Eamons as I scroll down there. So, the guy's just super effective right now. And partially because he doesn't have a very hard counter. Now, we got a hard Dark Nuker coming. So, that's a potential counter to him, too. It's funny because he could potentially be a counter to Rue and Eamon. But we'll just have to see how things shake out. But so, it would be easier with the costume thing for Netmarble to go in and be like, okay, give this person this costume, this person this costume. And that will hopefully be a counter to that. And that's cool. I could see that. Now, the last benefit I can see is, you know, it's going to increase replayability as far as, hey, I want to use this character now. I want to use this version of this character because I think it's cute, or I like this skill set, etc., etc. So that would be pretty cool, but now we're going to get into the potential downfalls and the reasons that I am trepidatious as far as this system goes with the costumes coming. So number 1, I'm wondering if I should go over the bigger points or the smaller points first. I guess I'll do the smaller points first, because I think I'm going to talk about the big point for a while now. Number 1, for me personally, and I'm sure some people out there, I don't want this to become a game of, you know, hey guys, I need advice on fighting Mary, or whichever hero. Like, well, which Mary are you talking about? You talking about, Hooker Ready Mary? You talking about, school teacher Mary? You talking about skydiving Mary? Which version of Mary? And then if you're a new player, good luck figuring it out. I don't know. She kind of looks like she's showing a lot of cleavage. Yeah, she shows a lot of cleavage in all her pictures, bro. Why don't you go ahead and take a screenshot? You know, I could see that becoming an issue if you have too many outfits and then new players come in. They don't have any of the outfits. They don't have access to the outfits because it was only on certain banner or what have you. Or it's harder for them to farm because they're newer. I could see that being an issue, and I'm hoping it doesn't go that far. I'm hoping it'll be a max of 2 to 3 outfits per character. But we'll see how it goes, because I tuned out on Fire Emblem Heroes specifically for that reason, that there were so many versions of everything, that eventually, unless you're willing to just crunch numbers all day and night, which some people, they love that, and that's fine. But that would personally bother me. Now, I am a member of this community, and I love this game still, so I'll still be putting out videos no matter what happens with that. I just hope they don't go too heavy in that personally, but I'm sure a lot of you are like, eh, whatever, that's fine. So, and then the other issues I can see are they going to be farmable, or are they going to be acquirable by people who are not spending tons of money? Now, that all depends on how they implement it, because it looks like, because the way, you see the way that they type this here, rate up, heroes with costumes coming soon. Does that mean that we're going to be able to summon them with the costumes? If so, then heroes that we already have, and maybe we've already maxed, or some people have already maxed. I haven't personally maxed any banner hero yet. Well, now you gotta summon them again, because you need the outfit, or maybe the outfit will be a bonus, like the 10 summon bonus, or something to that effect. Is there gonna be something to where you could summon the hero, but oops, you didn't get the outfit, so you gotta summon it again? I mean, it could go a bunch of different ways. Or is the costume going to be its own separate farmable thing with its own separate farmable currency? Is it going to be a specific dungeon? Is it going to be in all dungeons? You might get this rare drop. Is it going to be purchasable with gold? Purchasable with... I'm sure it'll probably be purchasable with crystals down the line, but who knows? Who knows right away what's going to happen? But the potential issue is... they might also do it so that you can only get a costume on certain banners. And, well, what if those banners don't come back up for a while? Because, like, the Morgan banner, or Eamon now, or heroes that aren't normally in the pool, in the regular pool. Are we going to be able to have access to that, say, at least 4 times a year? Hopefully. Minimum, that's what I would do as a programmer in this game. But, you know, because what if... okay, you just started the game and you just missed the banner where such and such skin is now the OP skin in the game. Well, you can't get it because you don't have it, so you're stuck using whatever the backup is, and that's kind of how the way that gacha games work. So sometimes you get stuff, sometimes you don't, sometimes you just get screwed. So that in itself, you know, those all have their own potential issues, and how we get the costume is going to be, and I wish they would put out a note for that, but I guess we're just going to have to see how it's going to work. Now, the big 8,000 pound, or probably 800 pound gorilla in the room is, are costumes going to be heavily favored towards pay-to-win whale types? And no offense, you know, you guys do what you gotta do and you support the game, and that's great. But the issue is, as far as new player friendly and people who don't pay lots of money or no money at all friendly, hopefully there will be maybe not equal chances, but at least chances out there for you to get the item if you want it. Now, if it turns to be the other way, to where, like, we're gonna go into, like, say for instance, we go into the shop here, and I'm sure costumes will have their own tab eventually, so we'll click on the costume tab, and it'll be like, oh yay guys, you could get the full, you know, Knight's costume pack, or whatever costume pack, Drayden Elite costume pack, and it's only gonna cost you $59.99. I'm sure that'll be there, and it probably should be there, honestly. But if there's that, and then there's no way to just get at least like one of the outfits, if not all of the outfits, some other way, through grinding or luck, etc., then that's going to turn into a serious issue, because you will quickly see the gap. There's already gaps in this game, but you will see the gap go from people who pay to people who don't play. Since the outfits, as the note said, are going to include new ability layouts. And I don't know if they're going to go so far as changing hero types. Are there going to be new passives? Is there going to be amps to certain passives? Are there going to be synergies? So for instance, we already got the leadership synergy. Well, if you have, what was it, transit worker Rue and transit worker Karen, or whoever the hell, is there going to be a synergy there that people that don't have both those outfits can't get? You know, there's the potential for that now. So, and that is actually going to be a net loss if they go too heavily into, or too into the rarity. Like, hopefully there'll be an option to get this stuff right away for people who want to pay for it. And then there will be options to either get it by luck or work towards it. Hopefully, what I'm hoping for is, even though I don't really want another currency in this game, maybe they could put in another currency or an item drop or something like that, to where, you know, you got like 30 of such and such thing, and maybe you could run the dungeon 5 times a day. Okay, you get to select an outfit. This outfit is hot special, half off. This outfit, if you buy 5 outfits, you get a discount, whatever the hell, you know, the typical marketing practices that these games go into. I still have Haspiel horns. That's fun. But anyways, that could potentially go very wrong because you will see a lot of discontent at Marble/Mobirum if there's costumes there and they're great and people can't get them. Most people can't get them. And I'm all for you guys making money. You guys should be making money. So, like I said, if that's in the shop, I expect it, so that's fine. And maybe there'll be specials and there'll be hot times, etc., etc. But hopefully, it's not going to come down to, well, guess what, guys? You got to take your crystals and choose. Do you want outfits or do you want new characters? You want to expand your inventory? You want dungeon tickets? You want stamina pots? Hopefully, it won't come to that. But as of right now, and if anyone knows, let me know. I have no idea how they're going to implement this system. So, but if it, because I've heard of, someone was telling me, I think it was 42 in my Discord, in 7 Nights, they had a similar thing go down, where it was, I've never played 7 Nights, so I'm probably going to sound completely stupid, but from the way it was explained to me, there was some type of crystal, I guess it's a power-up thing, or maybe like the way runes work in this game, but whatever it was, it's super rare and it's super good, and, well, eventually, they were telling me that you could drop like $5,000 on these crystals if you wanted to outfit your party or what have you. So if it gets to that point, that's going to be a serious turnoff for me and for probably the majority of the community. So hopefully they won't go too crazy with that. Because in general, you know, this game's treated most free-to-play very well. Very well. You know, so in general, I got no gripes with that, but, you know, hopefully they just won't go too heavily towards that, in my opinion. That's my major concern, and that's why I was trepidatious when I read, you know, if it's costumes, it's costumes. Like, okay, there's costumes, but if it's costumes and they have certain, you know, they change skills out, or if there's any type of buff or anything like that, that's where I start to go, uh-oh. That could very easily be abused by the developers, and depending on, you know, are they getting pressure from the head office? Yo, you need to make more sales, figure out ideas, which I'm sure all mobile games always want to do that, but if they're getting pressured, maybe they're being forced to implement things that aren't necessarily what they would do normally. So that's always my issue, because I've been in corporate America. We all know how that goes. Corporate in general is just sales, sales, sales. Damn your ethics, damn your, you know, damn your trying to do what's right for the customer or the player base or the services and the goods you're providing. We need money, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna, you know, that thing you were giving them for free, yeah, make it a additional sale thing now and do this, do that. Cut the portions of the good stuff we were giving out, make it all pay. Give us more money, make this worth it. You know how that guy is at the office and at the bosses and the middle management and stuff, and I'm hoping that's not what's going on here. So, well, it's a wait and see approach, and we just gotta hope, guys, because there's always going to be some type of conflict on a creator between doing something for the love of it and doing something to make money. There's always that conflict, and we're just going to have to deal with it and pretty much everything that we value for entertainment for the rest of our lives. So, once again, I just hope that it does not get weighted too heavily towards paying lots of money to get X item that is super valuable. And hopefully there will be ways to acquire it, ways for the rest of us to eventually get it. Not as fast, but hopefully that'll be there. It'll also encourage the player base to play the game. It'll be another dungeon in the daily thing to do, or weekly thing, however it ends up working out. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Potential things. I'm sure I missed a couple things that could potentially happen. If you guys, what I'm most interested in though, you guys that have similar games or other games that you played that had things like this go in, what are some ways that it works? What are some ways that it didn't work? What are some ways that the player base was just like, F you, we're gone? Or what are some ways that it drastically improved the game and made it more fun to play for you? let me know in the comments, and I'm not even gonna do the self-promotion stuff today. I've done it enough, so. But hit sub if you want. I am supposed to be doing that because I'm getting a lot of people going like, "Oh, I forgot to subscribe to you," and then one of my fellow streamers, he was like, "You need to start pushing yourself more, bro. You're holding yourself back." So, all right, so I can ask for the sub. That's it. But all right, guys. So ShowtimeDr. I will catch you guys later. Good luck on your farming today. Remember, it's Double Evo Dungeon Week, so get fat. You know, Double Evo in this game to me, it's like hitting the Mario star as far as building your team. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.